Catus. Maximus here, this time with the CTA 1418. This is a drum brake spoon, so it's for adjusting the little ratcheting automatic adjuster that's inside drum brakes. Brake shoes on drums have a piston at the top to push them apart, and at the bottom there's a ratcheting mechanism. So if the brake shoes move too far, then it clicks this ratchet mechanism. So when you replace brake shoes, that usually gets contracted. And then it's just like a little wheel, and so you usually use a tool like this to be able to ratchet it around. I thought, kind of like Performance Tool, that all CTA tools were overseas. So I was actually kind of surprised that they did have some American-made tools, so I'm happy about that. Even does have like a little diamond image on there. Came out like 10 years ago, still sold on Amazon. It's actually one of the more expensive ones at $13 for an individual brake spin. I think it's not too bad. I do like it. I did a review of an Astro pneumatic drum brake service set, and these are the two different styles of spoons that it came with. And actually, I thought that service set for the price was okay, but these spoons really aren't made particularly well. You can see that one's all kind of funky. The grinding isn't super great. It's okay. But it's just, you can see where it's just not straight. So it's certainly quite a bit better than the Astro pneumatic ones. But compared to some others, maybe not so great. I do like this one. This one, I have no idea. It just says brake tool, drop forged, made in Japan. This one's even been hammered on. I like this style because it has the half moon cutout, so it makes it a little bit easier to stay centered on those little adjustment wheels, and it's a little bit longer. Plus, it has a pretty sharp angle. Although I'd say it is actually sharper than even the CTA. So the CTA is okay, but I think if you're going to start spending $10 to $15 on a brake spoon, I don't have any of the tool truck ones to compare to, but I do have this American-made Napa KD 287, and I think I would recommend this one. This one's really nicely made, just really nice grinding, nice curvature and shape to it. Just really pretty square. Everything's nice and even. You can see just how straight across the grinding lines are on the back and the front of this. Nice curves. And if we compare that to this CTA, and although the CTA has a little bit of a back curve on this, and this is more of a front curve, we can see how the CTA is more basic with just a straight versus actually having a curvature to it. And we can also compare it on the back. The CTA does have more of a curve on the back, but it's just not quite as refined as this Napa KD. So that's kind of the deal. Is one, I was actually kind of stoked that CTA did have some American-made tools, but this one isn't super great. And to tell you the truth, I don't think it's quite worth $15 or $13 on Amazon. I'd certainly get this Napa one over it. It's one of the nicest ones I've seen that isn't a tool truck one. And so it's just a kind of a mixed feelings tools. It is certainly better than some of the really cheap drum brake spoons. But, you know, for an American-made product, you are, you know, supporting a domestic manufacturer, but they're kind of making this just a bit more cheaply just to keep it in the United States. And I would say, well, the Napa one is just about the same price. Maybe it's like 20 bucks for the Napa one. So for not much more money, you can still get an American-made one that is just a lot nicer. So I think this is, I think it's okay, but I think it's a bit of one of those products where it's, says it's made in USA, but it's really just not the greatest refinement, especially when they're charging so much money for the thing. For just a basic one, and I guess part of the disappointment is its overall length. It's just how much shorter it is compared to the Napa one and compared to extended length ones. It's really quite short, so they're not even giving you much steel for that $13. But otherwise, it's okay. And surprisingly enough, CTA does have some American-made tools. Nowhere on like the Amazon listings or anything show country of origin, it seems, anymore. So it's kind of hard to really determine what tools they are making in the United States. Anyway, that's my little review of that brake spin. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.